Hi guys! Today I'm going to be trying viral TikTok recipes. So fun! I have 5 different recipes saved. I've seen all of these recipes on my TikTok multiple times and I have been wanting to make them for quite a while. So here we are. In this video I'm going to be making chocolate covered fruit frozen yogurt bites. We're going to be making tanghulu, cookie croissants, a chickle, and we're also going to be making the Sleepy Girl mocktail. And let's get started. First off, I'm going to be making the chocolate covered fruit thing. I actually had to prep this last night because it had to be frozen, but I basically just took some fruit. I chose raspberries and strawberries. I was very limited on raspberries because half of the package that I got was moldy. I did a bowl of raspberries and strawberries, and then the other bowl was strawberries and honey, and I just mixed in some yogurts, put it on a baking tray with some parchment paper, and I froze them overnight, and this is what we're left with. All that's left to do with these is cover them in chocolate and then put them back in the freezer until the chocolate hardens a little bit. I think these are going to be delicious. My only complaint about these is that they're very cold. I'm gonna have to eat it with like my back teeth. If I end up with chocolate all over my face, we just need to collectively ignore it. Anyways, I bought some chocolate. I just have dark chocolate because I figured it would kind of balance out the sweetness of the fruit, and also I just don't really like milk chocolate, so I'm gonna melt this. I think I'm just gonna melt some in the microwave with some coconut oil. This recipe is supposed to be like a healthier dessert because it's just fruit, yogurt, and then whatever chocolate you prefer. Okay, hello? It's stuck in here. Oh, wonderful. This is the chocolate that I'm going to be using today. It's 72% cacao. Also, my kitchen still has ants in it, if you were wondering. The ant poison is not working, unfortunately. All the chocolate's in the bowl. I'm just going to add some coconut oil. I'm just going to do a little spoonful and hope that that's enough. Go in! I really don't want to touch it. We're gonna give it a stir. I'm not looking forward to the amount of dishes that I'm gonna have to do after this video, but oh wow. It's looking good, it's looking good. I feel like I probably only need to put it in there one more time. Alright, chocolate is all melted. I'm just gonna take these off of the parchment paper, dip them in the chocolate, and then put them back on here, and then we'll stick them back in the freezer. This is what they're looking like without the chocolates. Like I said, I made 2 different ones. One of these has strawberries and raspberries, and then the other strawberry and honey. Oh, this is like a lot of chocolate. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna drizzle chocolate on the rest of these because I feel like this is kind of an absurd amount of chocolate and I don't have like a ton left. They look beautiful. They look actually very delicious. It looks like the chocolate already hardened most of the way, so I'm just gonna stick these in the freezer for a couple of minutes and then we can try one. I think I'm gonna try one of the raspberry and strawberry ones. Please ignore the way that I eat this, okay? I have sensitive teeth. Cheers. Very cold. Ow. I don't know how I feel. I'm gonna try one of the ones that's fully covered in chocolate. Final thoughts? One moment, please. So embarrassing. Final thoughts on the chocolate covered fruit frozen yogurt bites. I feel like covering them completely in chocolate was definitely the way to go. It just looked like so much chocolate to me initially, but that one definitely tasted better to me. Also, my neighbor's upstairs using his water. As always, I'm so sorry. I think the strawberries that I picked out are kind of disgusting. The strawberries really didn't taste that great, which is unfortunate because most of those ones are strawberry. It would definitely be better if they were all raspberry. I just picked like not the greatest strawberries. They looked good, but they're not very delicious. For this next recipe, we're gonna be making tanghulu. I think this is the recipe that I'm most excited for. I've been wanting to make this for such a long time, but I've always put it off because I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. I saw a video on TikTok that made it look pretty simple, and I'm just gonna follow that video exactly. We're gonna start with some fruit. I just washed this fruit. I have some strawberries and then I have some grapes. And I also got some skewers at the store. These ones are very long. I might try to break them in half. I don't know if that would be better, but I'm gonna stick the fruit on here. And then what we're gonna do, we're gonna put a ½ cup of sugar and a ¼ cup of water in this bowl and then microwave it in 30-second intervals until it's ready to go. The video that I watched is from Ashley on TikTok, and she microwaved it for about 4.5 minutes in total, and hers turned out perfect. So I'm gonna aim for 4.5 minutes. I have never craved something more in my life that I've never tried before. I don't know what's not to like about sugar and fruits. This sounds like my dream combo, honestly. All right, the ends of these are kind of messed up, but I feel like this is a better size. All the fruit is skewered. They're so cute. I'm very excited for these. I really hope that these turn out good. I'm nervous, but we got the grapes and then we've got this. Right. I'm gonna make another grape one because this one just fell on the floor. I would honestly still eat it, but I have ant poison on my floor, so that seems like not the best idea for me. I also have some blackberries, so maybe I'll just throw 3 of these on the other half of the skewer. That could be good, I think. Beautiful. I'm gonna take half a cup of sugar. I'm gonna pour this into the bowl, and then we just need a 1/4 cup of water. Water going in, and then in the video, she just kind of swirled it around a little bit, and then we're gonna do 30-second intervals for about 4.5 minutes. I'm nervous. 30 seconds is done. I'm just gonna swirl it around a little bit. To test the sugar, basically all you're supposed to do is dip the end of the skewer into the sugar, dip it in ice, and then bite it, and if it crunches, then it's ready. I also need to get a bowl of ice ready. I'm getting stressed. We're gonna do another little swirl. The bowl is already starting to get really hot. Okay, I have a bowl of ice. I'm gonna pour some cold water in there. Oh, it's bubbling. I'm kind of scared I'm gonna burn myself. Like, genuinely, I'm a little frightened. This is what it's looking like right now. I'm losing track of time. I think that was 3 minutes. I think once the sugar's done, you kind of have to move quickly because it hardens pretty fast. Once the sugar is done, I'm just gonna take the fruit, kind of swirl it around in there, and then dip it into the ice bath. This is stressing me out so bad. I don't know why. This is intense. I'm sweating. It's getting a little hot in here. Ah, still no crunch. Does it crunch? Ah, whoa. Okay, I'm thinking this is the last 30 seconds. I thought that that was going to rip my tooth off. Perfect. This is really hard to get all the fruit covered, I will not lie to you. I feel like I need a spoon. Oh my gosh, this is literally so difficult. Okay, this one's really ugly. I'm overheating, I'm sweating, I'm stressed. I think I was successful. I didn't get to do these last 2 just because it was really hard to get the sugar to cover all of the fruit. And also the bowl that I have the ice in was about to overflow. It looks a little bit ugly because I couldn't get the sugar on very nicely.
Like that.
Tanghulu.
Okay.
It's very much sticking to my teeth a little bit. Next we're gonna try the blackberries. I'm starting to panic over my teeth because all the sugar is stuck on my teeth. I still need to try the strawberry one, and then I'm gonna go run and brush my teeth. This is the strawberry one. My apologies. My teeth are now brushed and I have calmed down. I think the blackberry ones are my favorite. I kind of wish I made more of these. The grapes, I was honestly a little bit underwhelmed. They weren't as sweet as I thought they were gonna be. They kind of just tasted like normal grapes to me. The strawberries, on the other hand, were very delicious. I feel like they taste exactly like you would expect them to. Kind of just like the perfect sweet strawberry. They were pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. I had to turn on the light. It's getting a little bit dark in here and it's very gloomy outside today. Moving on to our next recipe, we are going to be making a cheese pickle. A chickle, if you will. This recipe is very simple. It's literally just cheese and a pickle. I have some shredded cheddar cheese and pickles. Pretty much all you do for this recipe is you put the cheese on a pan, get it all melted, let it burn a little bit, and then you put the pickle on there and then you fold the pickle into the cheese. Chickle time. I'm just gonna put this on maybe like medium high. I don't know if I should spray the pan. This is technically a non-stick pan. I feel like it'll be fine. I don't have anything to spray. I ran out of avocado oil, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some cheese on here. This is actually melting way faster than I thought it would. And I think the key with these is to be patient because at first it's gonna look just like a pile of cheese grease and you think it's not gonna go anywhere, but it takes a little bit of time to kind of burn. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pickle on there now though. How do I open this? Oh! I don't know why that was so terrifying to me. I'm gonna dry off the pickle a little bit. It looks pretty burnt on the bottom already. It smells so good in here. I made a chickle. I'm gonna let it cool down a little bit. It's very crispy. It's pretty hot right now and very greasy. I definitely did not need to spray the pan. If you're gonna make this yourself, actually, this is a non-stick pan actually, so if you don't have a non-stick pan, maybe spray it, but I feel like the cheese has enough grease in it to where it wouldn't stick either way. This is the chickle. If my dad is watching this, I'm sorry. My dad really does not like pickles, and I'm sure he's a little bit repulsed by this. I'm trying really hard to taste the cheese. Are you for real? My pickle. Okay, well I was saying that I was trying really hard to taste the cheese because I really only tasted pickle, but now I'm left with just cheese. The cheese does not have a very strong flavor at all. I feel like this is really just like a texture thing. Like if you like a little bit of crunch with a pickle, then this is perfect. But it really does just taste like pickle to me. There's really no other flavors. But 10 out of 10 experience. It's very quick. Yo, there is pickle juice all over this. Next recipe that we're gonna be doing is croissant cookies, or cookie croissants. I'm not actually sure what they're called. This is basically where you take croissants, stick some cookie dough in there, and then you bake them like you would normal cookies, and then you have a cookie croissant. This seems like something that I would need to drink a gallon of water after I take a bite out of it, but I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. I bought this croissant at Ralph's the other day, and then for the cookie dough, I'm just gonna make it myself. My uncle claims to have the best chocolate chip cookie dough recipes, so I'm gonna be using his today. I'm just gonna half the recipe as well. I don't need to make a ton of cookie dough. We're gonna need half a cup of granulated sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of butter, 1 egg, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 cups of flour, 1 cup of chocolate chips, and then you bake at 350 for 10 minutes. The recipe that I saw for the croissant cookies, she said to bake them at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes. The cookie dough's all done. I'm just gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees. That's gonna take about 10 minutes, but the next step is to open up the croissants and stuff some cookie dough in there. A moment for the oven mitts, please. Thank you. Oh, it's so hot in here. I feel like that was the perfect amount of time for these. Let me show you what they look like. Okay, I'm gonna let these cool off for a couple of minutes, but these look so good, and it is time to taste test. This is what it looks like. I have the water ready to go. Wow. I think this is definitely my favorite recipe so far. The cookie dough in the middle of these is definitely a little raw still, so I honestly like the cookie on top better, but it's still so good. Incredible. I'm gonna come back a little bit later tonight for the last recipe, which is gonna be the Sleepy Girl mocktail. I will see you then. For the last recipe of this video, we're gonna be making the Sleepy Girl mocktail. I wanted to wait a little bit to make this one just because the purpose of it is to help you sleep because it has magnesium in it. I'm also supposed to use tart cherry juice, but I just have 100% cranberry juice, and I just prefer this one. I feel like everyone kind of does this one different, but usually people will use tart cherry juice and then a sparkling soda or water of some sort. I have a lemon lime Olipop that I'm going to be using. There's a specific magnesium powder that you can buy. I just have this one from Care of, so I'm just gonna kind of break it in there and mix it in. I don't actually know which one of those is magnesium in there, so let me figure that out really quickly. Okay, it's the green one. The other one's vitamin C, so we've got our little magnesium guy. I'm just gonna break this into the cup. I'm gonna use this fancy cup because that's what all the TikTok girlies are doing. Hopefully that's okay to do. Next, we're gonna take cranberry juice. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. This is very, very tart. I usually will add liquid stevia to this, but I feel like the Olipop will make it taste better. And then I'm just gonna froth this together so that all of the magnesium dissolves. That's good enough for me. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add the ice. And the last step is to add the sparkling soda or water. Let's do a taste test of this one first. Cheers. This one tastes very good. And there we have it, our Sleepy Girl mocktail. There's a lot of foam on the top. Once you're past the foam, it's pretty good. This is very nice. I don't know if this will actually help me sleep. I'm kind of hoping no, because I do need to edit this entire video before I go to sleep tonight. But it is very delicious. Anyways, those are all the recipes that I'm gonna be making for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Everybody's videos with these recipes that I found on TikTok are gonna be linked in the description. If you're still watching, comment down below this emoji. Thank you so much for watching if you are still here. I appreciate you. But that's all I've got for you today. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.